Now we're in contract prior to the contingency being removed. Now we're in business. This is exciting, isn't it? But don't get too excited just yet. We have to go through the contingency time frame. The buyer now will secure their loan, have the inspection period on the property, and review all of the reports and seller disclosure. This typically takes between 7 and 15 days depending on what was initially agreed upon in a sale contract. In some cases, when you're dealing with a very desirable property that has multiple offers, we can negotiate where there are no contingency, but this isn't quite as common as we would like. During the contingency timeframes, the buyer can back out of the contract if they aren't happy with something that show up in the reports, disclosures, or inspection that they decide to have done. After reviewing the reports and having the inspection, this is typically when the buyer will be asking for repairs to be done or requesting a credit for the item that they found during their inspection period. The buyer also has the option to back out of the contract if they choose. If we can't come up with a mutual agreeable terms between the buyer and the seller, they can choose to back out. Also, if for some reason, if they are not able to qualify for their loan, or if the home does not appraise and we can't come with a mutual agreed upon price based on the appraisal, the buyer can also back out of the contract as well. You need to understand that if the home does not appraise at the contract price, then the lender will only loan based on the lower of the appraised value or the sale price, and obviously they take into consideration what the buyer is actually qualified for. Any additional money required would need to be made up from the buyer, or the seller would have to agree to adjust the contract price. Again, unless you have countered out any of this contingency and they are not made during the original contract or counter offer, the buyer has the right to back out of the contract and the seller cannot retain the buyer initial contract deposit. This is why it is essential to hire a seasoned agent like myself who knows how to properly vet buyers and their offers, who asks the right questions and has the right conversation with the agent and the lender. The buyer's deposit is only at risk if they have officially removed all contingencies. So I always advise my clients not to start packing their bags until all contingency have been removed. Also, once those contingency have been removed, continue to prepare for your move as soon as possible so we can keep within our contractual timelines. Once contingency are removed, well, now you can feel a little relief and have more assurance that the sale is going to go through. You should be moving soon. Once again, this is Ace in the Wind with Ace Estate at Keller Williams Realty, and I'm here to turn dreams into reality, one home at a time.